So quick disclaimer on this video, when I filmed it originally, I thought it was 9.5 inches of travel. It actually gets you 8.5 inches of travel, which is 50% more. I keep seeing 9.5 in this video. We're gonna dub over and put 8.5, but just wanna give you guys a heads up. This is 8.5 inches of travel. Enjoy the video. Mad scientist, Sportster extraordinaire. I got something big for you guys. My Sportsters over here, these, like best case scenario, with a 16 to 17 inch shock, we have 5 to 5.5 inches of travel in the rear. And that's with an awesome RaceTech shock. That's basically as good as it gets right now. We've developed a kit with C&J Frames. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna cut this top strut. We're gonna cut down here. We're gonna weld on a subframe and bolt on a swing arm, and then we'll have a new oil tank. That's gonna take us from 5 to 5.5 inches of travel to 8.5 inches of travel, which is insane for a Sportster. This is the prototype one. I'm kind of learning as I go. We have a template that Bill from C&J gave us that you bolt on right here, and then you make cuts right here. So we're gonna cut this off. I'm gonna try to cut all this stuff off, and then we're gonna fit this frame up. So you fit this piece on there, you weld it up and weld the bottom. From there, you cut these off, and then this piece is gonna be so much lighter than that. So one thing I'm gonna do with this build too is we're gonna cut this off. I'll weigh this stuff, we'll weigh this, and then on top of that, we'll weigh the stock swing arm, we'll weigh the oil tank, and I'm gonna ballpark it right now, but my guess is probably at least 15 pounds you're gonna save. And we go to 8.5 inches of travel, which is insane. So I made my marks on the template, which bolt on right here. We're gonna unbolt this, as you can see. Template marks are there. But yeah, let's get this going. I'm excited to do this. This is a Sportster offer of history right here. This kit is gonna be amazing. We're gonna sell it on the website. All right, so for this bottom one, we're going off of this mount right here. We're gonna go probably just above it, and I'm gonna have to grind this down to fit a bit. So we're gonna cut this way, and then we're gonna cut this way. Boom. Damn, that's heavy. Right. Looks like we're close. So our goal is, from what he told me, is we got to grind it and clean it up now to where this mount bolts up to right there. And we'll clean it all up, and then from there weld it together, and then you cut these off. You don't even need these. These are just markers to keep everything straight. So right here too, your goal is to grind those down to where they the holes line up with the motor mounts right here. So it looks like we got some cleaning up to do. Look at that. Oh. Holy shit, I am sweaty. What your goal is to do is to get this lined up to where it hits that, and then get these lined up to where you can put a bolt through those. So you can brace it right here, you can brace it right here. And then he told me to check the swing arm to make sure that these line up with the shock mounts, and we should be good. Okay, let's weigh this. So this is the stock. So this is 9.3 pounds cut off. And also, technically this is gonna be lighter because once everything's welded, you grind off these tacks, and these 2 bars you don't even need. This is just to keep it square. So we'll just call that, it's 4.5. These are probably more than half a pound, but let's just call it 4. So you save 5 pounds just in that. Swing arm, let's weigh that. Stock swing arm with no hardware and no axle blades, 10 pounds, 1 ounce. this extended swing arm, 6 pounds, 1 ounce. So 4 pound weight savings right there. So that's 9 total so far. And on top of that, what we could do, let's see the oil tank. So we're getting rid of all this stuff. Battery box, oil tank. So that's 7.3 pounds. Yeah, we'll call it 4. So that's 13 pounds. On top of that, we are switching from a stock battery to a anti-gravity 801. So 14.2 pounds, see that? To 1.6, 26 pounds of weight savings. And you go from terrible travel to 8.5 inches with this kit. Again, this is a prototype. Beautiful fucking design work from C&J though. I'm excited about this. So I got the big guns here. Pat is about to weld this together. Just want to show you guys, those are chopped with the template that we did. I cleaned them up a bit. So you're gonna bolt right here and then bolt through there. And then we're gonna weld these together. That's his department, I don't do that. So I'm gonna bolt this on for him and then we'll get going. All right, so as you can see, I got 2 bolts down here and I got 1 piece of hardware there. So he's gonna weld all this in right here and then weld this side all in. And then from there, we're gonna do down here and anything we can around here. And then after that, you cut these out. So you don't need those anymore once it's all square. And then he'll go in here and get all this stuff after. Ready?
Ready.
I'm gonna time you.
Strong, ride until it's gone. From the garage to the track, from the road to the mud. This is Sportster, heaven forged in oil and blood. This is Sportster heaven, forged in oil and blood.
So the C&J Frames kit is officially done. Learned a lot on this, came out great. Pat did an amazing job filling in those gaps, welding it. So he got some weld right here. He welded all the way around this tube on this side, right here. And then on this one right here, we got some welds going. And then from there, all the way around right here. It's all good to go now. Also on top of that, he welded these little brackets for the oil tank, and then right there. So that's all bolted up. So this thing's ready to go. Again, 26 pounds lighter, 8.5 inches of travel is the key goal here for 16 to 17 inch RaceTech shocks, which I've already been selling you guys. We went off those shocks so everyone could utilize the stuff that I've already been selling. This kit's awesome. It's going to be available soon, and you know, this bike is going to be insane. I'm excited to start doing this. On top of that, one thing that we didn't mention, this is made to mount the UFO universal fender that I sell. So the fender will mount my same exact seat that we sell for the 5-gallon and the 2-gallon tank. This is all made to use everything that I already sell. So this kit is bitchin'. If you really want to get serious, this is the kit for you. I'm going to use this for my moto track stuff. This would work good for the off-road stuff. It also falls in the rule book for the off-road racing that myself and Bill will have come up with. We want stock front loops. You cannot touch this part of the frame right here. But if you want to do the rear shock mounts, you can, and also no mono shocks. So again, awesome. I can't wait to see more people with these. And if you want one, hit me up. So let's do a final weight too. And this is also with shocks and the oil tank. So I will try to compare this with something else. $61.1. We'll call that. Look at that. 61 pounds. Yeah. What do you think? Think it's balanced? It's kind of weird, huh? So these fenders that we sell, like I was saying, they fit right on. So they have these pilot holes right here, the little hole, or not even a hole, but a circle on each side. You literally just drill those out. It's obviously the wrong size hardware. Look at that. Fits the fender, just like that. That's one of my favorite parts about it.
Rusty butcher